All right, ladies and gents. Now, a bit of an interesting growth conversation here when it comes to the players. We've got a 1v1 game, mid 600 elos, but if you've been following low elo, you might recognize the name Kaido. Now, as of the moment of recording this, there's no video with Kaido, but there will be a video with Kaido this week. And basically, Kaido had a really tough time finding the scout in one game because Blue just clicked the scout somewhere, completely forgot about it. It was kind of funny. And then in the very next game, Kaido's scout got trapped in the woodline. Kaido lumber camped here, scout got trapped, and then Blue just deleted the scout. So it wasn't a good day for Kaido when we watched Kaido play. But since then, Kaido's got up by 300 or 400 elos. This player's really improved. Still low elo legends. Just not as low. Okay, so it's Kaido in the blue. It's Rusted Trunk in the red. And Rusted Trunk is walking a lot with 4 villagers. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is at the moment. Rule number 1 of Socotra is to try and steal your opponent's elephant. And this can be a map where you see lots of laming, so walling into berries and stealing things. It's possible Rusted Trunk wants to tower rush. Actually, Rusted Trunk just wants to steal the enemy berries. Okay. I mean, it's not a bad strat to walk forward, place a mill there. Yeah, Rusted Trunk definitely knows on Socotra that you're close. Is paying very close attention to where the enemy may be. I could definitely see this elephant being stolen. Now, behind all this, Rusted Trunk just has 3 villagers at home, about to be a 4th. And we'll have some creativity is going to be needed here because there's now no wood for lumber camp, which will need to be something Red's got to sort out in the future. I think we just saw some aggressive energy, basically, from Red. While Blue has built the lumber camp, Blue's got food underneath the TC, Blue's produced villagers pretty consistently. Oh, God, Blue can't see the elephant, funnily enough. And now Blue, who's looking for the elephant, is going to find Red and be like, huh? And that's exactly what just happened, huh? Oh, no, the scout, not again. Not again. Okay, now Red sees the elephant. I bet you Red's going to try and do something with this, guys. Oh, wait. Who's going first? Blue's got it. Red's going after it. But Blue got it just in time. Woo! That was close. Kaido, well played. And good experience from these guys, right? Okay, Red, you should... Huh? Okay, Kaido just passing underneath the TC. Villagers and scouts are fighting. Blue refused to garrison there. And Blue is panicked, folks, and we're going to see a barracks because Blue wants to fight off the enemy from the berries. Listen, this game's hard enough, right? And then when you have funky stuff happen like this, where you had to take your elephant early, you're being attacked, all hell breaks loose. And that's exactly what's happened here. So if I had to guess, I would say we're going to see some militia out of this. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 militia from Blue to potentially fight this off. Now, what you can do, and it's arguably easier, again, arguably being the key word, you can actually just pull the same amount of villagers Red has and just fight this off. But then you have to click them, and they don't automatically fight like militia do. So, Red's villagers would actually easily beat 2 militia in a fight. But, then again, in Red's mind, Red's going to think, oh, no, that's army. I don't have army. Players don't have a lot of faith in fighting this off with villagers. So you see Red, this is something that I could tell you guys so you guys maybe know in the future. You can actually fight it off 2 militia with villagers. But it's a scary thing that takes skill and it takes focus, and that's not so easy here. And Blue says, get off my lawn, kid. Get off my freaking lawn. And Red says, what are you talking about? I just lost a villager. Militia can't win battles. Or villagers can't win battles against militia. T90, you're crazy. All right. So militia's going to run home now. This scout is traumatized and refuses to help. I don't know where the militia's going. He's going back to the base. Red trying to determine if this fight can be won or not. Realizes this fight cannot be won. And Blue says, hey, give me those berries. This is some low elo action, people. Red just finished the rhino. Now, remember that time in the game? Oh, red is pre-garrisoned. Pre-garrisoned. Bam! And here comes the militia, and the militia's going to run away. Okay. You remember that point where I said that based on how red started this, because it was all food, red would not have the wood for a lumber camp? Red is trying to click feudal right now, guys. And red is like, what? I could have sworn it was 500 food to go feudal. Did they change it? Did they break the game with the most recent patch? I believe it. What happened? And then red's probably like, oh, crap. I need 2 buildings. Ah, I forgot. Oh, by the way, yeah, blue did lose the scout, which is kind of funny. Now the third game we've seen from blue where something bad has happened to the scout. So now red is in oh crap mode and needs that second building and figures I might as well spend my food to produce villagers in the meanwhile. And then hopefully we'll still have the feud to go feudal age. Blue is in feudal age already, has the berries again, but blue is at 11 villagers. And the first thing blue's going to do in the next stage is queue up some spearmen. Wants to kill the enemy scout. And finally, there's the lumber camp. So, you know, my concern for blue is that blue froze. Blue froze big time right when the villagers were spotted and stopped producing vills for a bit. But, you know, the nice thing for blue is blue's going to have actual army. And look at it from red's perspective. The enemy is taking out your mill. You've lost the berries that you wanted to take. You've lost a villager. This doesn't feel that strong right now. And I think I don't really have a word for this, but you know, it's just like a thing to point out is when you're a beginning player, even if you're a mid-rank player, I think a common thing for people in this game is when the opponent's doing something against them, you just assume your opponent knows what they're doing. Even if they're lower ranked than you, you don't really know that, right? You just know what you know, and you feel like you're crap at the game, or that you're inferior. This is I think what a lot of people have agreed with. It's like you just assume your opponent knows something you don't. And you just lost a mill, and there's spearmen, and you're like, oh my goodness, those spearmen good. What do I do? You're scared. Scared of the darkness, scared of the world. And that scout refuses to help as well. We'll see what the food eco is going to be for red. Here comes the militia and the spearmen. And the great militia spearman counterattack is going to deny the barracks for now. And that barracks now denied at 82%. Nice job from blue. Okay. So you can't build an archer range or a stable if that barracks isn't complete. So watch red. Oh, okay. I thought red was going to do a sneaky move. Red instead's going to drop the barracks there. Nice job from red. Very resourceful to take all the ostrich. I like that. Blue behind this is going to add a stable to make more scouts. And blue says, blue says, well, I wasn't originally going to take the opponent's berries, but now that the opponent took my berries, that seems like a pretty good idea. And says, I'm going to munch away on your berries now, thank you. What if that's part of the meta at lower ranks where it's like, don't do anything that's a good idea that won't work, because then your opponent will use the same strats against you. Yeah, blue's just going to sit there. And this is good. Like, now blue's going to make more scouts. I'm curious to see who's going to be the first person to build a farm here. Now, it's been a bit since I've seen this. This is red thinking about using buildings as part of walls. So red thought about that early with the houses, thought about it with these houses as well. But is actually using the mining camp as part of the wall here. You see that? Oh, and red is a sneaky building. And red is going to drop a tower here. Ooh. Blue thinks I've got this under control. I'm good to go. I'm taking the berries. I've got some scouts. But does not see that tower going up. That is an epic tower spot, guys. That could not be better. Woodline, stone, gold. Also, archer shows up at the same time. Blue is fighting underneath the enemy TC, which is not so good. We'll see if blue reacts to this. Blue still taking the berries. Neither player's looking here. Give them a second. Oh god, and now the scouts are here and red doesn't have any defense. What is this game? Red with an excellent tower. Blue now with the scout rush. And red is now looking here. Made the mining camp. It's going to steal the gold. Making the blacksmith. Has the archer. But red, look at your base. Look at your base. Multitasking is hard. So if red notices this, red is going to have to make some spears. But red's lack of food eco is a real problem. We are going to see another tower. It is 15 villagers for blue, who's killed 4 enemy villagers and lost 0. And now blue knows about the tower, so obviously wants to come deal with this. Does red know how to garrison here? Red is going to lose another vill, but garrison in this tower. And blue seems to be okay with sacrificing scouts for villager kills, and the scouts will all die if they stay here. Yeah, these scouts will die to this tower as well. Towers are really stressful. And I think blue's probably like, towers are stressing me out now. Wow. Blue, don't attack the TC again, please. Okay, so blue figures, I can't do anything about this. We have to go to the enemy base. That is a lot of army. And again, what is going on? Sorry, my PC's been so weird today. I don't know what that was. I think red might be dead here. Like, red is the tower rush, but blue just made so much stuff. Red, are you here? Yep, red's here. Oh, boy. Okay, blue, don't... I mean, do what you want, but I really would not advise you try and kill a town center with feudal age units. All right, it's just... Oh, God. Okay, all right. Well, now blue agrees, and blue is leaving. In all fairness, guys, blue didn't know that red had this lumber camp back here, so now is protecting that. And now red's in the TC, and blue's probably like, what are you going to do? Yeah. And what else do you have? Red needs to fight this off with villagers. Or lure blue into the TC again. There we go. Red's TC has 9 kills. Lumber camp is ferociously being attacked. This is a low eco game. Low elo, low eco game. 20 vills for red, 15 vills for blue. We don't have any farms for either player, which they're going to need for food eco. And blue is just going to mine the gold on the front of red's base right now. And red, I think red's going to go for like an epic counterattack or something with archers. Try and kill some things here? I don't know. It's actually putting archers into the towers. So red figures this is my chance. Red needs villagers to do something. Maybe red can be sneaky. Okay, so red's not going to deal with this. Red's going to run this way. What a game. Garrison's needed with the TC. Okay, it hasn't happened. There it goes. Blue scouts underneath the TC. Villagers are Villagers are huddled underneath the rocks, and they are going to place the sneakiest lumber camp that one can place on this map. Red still has the villager lead. Blue has to respect and is terrified about this position. And blue doesn't see freaking anything. Blue is like, I don't see any army. I must be winning. And there's a tower now from red to deny. Actually, red doesn't know that gold's being taken. This might be just more to protect the area. But that's actually going to push blue off of that gold, which is really nice. The idle TC time is insane for these players. And oh man, I'm getting a phone call again, guys. Guys, after this, I have to take a phone call. I have to call them back, okay? In the previous game, I didn't pick up, and now they're calling me again. I need to make that call after this. My apologies, but for now, we will not look anywhere but here. All right, we will neglect responsibility for this. And blue's just gonna fall back. Nice shot from blue to realize you don't need to stay here. This is an insane game. Here come archers from red. Now, blue had just set up scouts in different positions. The scouts that blue has would kill the archers, because the archers don't have upgrades. But they would all have to be together here. Archers running back home. And this is... this is a stressful time. Let's check res collected here. Res collected is somehow really close right now. It's been interesting. It seems like red wants to protect the barracks with archers instead of just making a spearman there. So maybe red doesn't really like infantry units. But one or two, like one spearman here would have killed all of this by now. To be fair though, red doesn't really have the food eco for that. Oh, archers are here. Blue, are you gonna notice? Blue notices. Here we go. Multitasking gods. Red with the micro. Red with the moves. Red is terrified. And red hops into the TC. No. Yes. Maybe. Uh-oh. Barracks is being attacked. Uh-oh. Blue has skirmishers. Uh-oh. Blue's here to kill the archers. Uh-oh. Into the TC. Yes. Yes. Good. Barracks going down. This is intense. This is intense. Nice job from blue, though. Adding the farm economy. Oh, red has built another tower. What is happening? Oh, God. Red. 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 That is a little too ambitious, my friend. Or maybe it is... Maybe it's not. Okay, Scout's gonna get fought off. I'm pretty sure Blue's TC can range that tower. Meanwhile, Blue killed a villager underneath Red's TC. And Blue is bringing everything home in a panic. And Blue says, we cannot farm here any longer. Our farmlands have been infiltrated by the enemy. We must abandon our home. This is nuts, dude. This is nuts. If Red wins this game, the sneaky lumber camp was so clutch. From Blue's perspective, Red had basically nothing except for the forward eco. Wow, so like, you know, 2 minutes ago, I thought Blue would be in Castle Age faster because Blue had the farming eco, but now the farming eco has been denied. Red keeps sending archers into the towers, too. Let's see if Blue can use the market effectively to maybe get up to Castle Age. This map, if you get a castle drop on the opponent on this map, it's like basically impossible for the opponent to come back from it. 20 villagers for both. Will we see the market utilized here? I have market events on. Okay. So this is what I suggest. You sell some stone and buy some food. It just, okay, we showed the buying of the food, but now you need to sell. It's okay to sell some wood or sell some stone here, Blue. Oh, God, this one farmer needs to bring in 18 food. Oh. Bro, Jim, pick it up. Your whole village is counting on you, Jim. Okay, now 8 more food from Jim. Jim the Bohemian, that makes sense. Okay, finish that farm. He's going to go over to this farm. All right, good stuff. And then got to wait for the gold. Meanwhile, Red has walled up the sneaky lumber camp, is making more houses, is making more villas, is filling all of these towers with archers. You could fit 10 units in a Teuton tower, so it's going to take quite a few archers to fill all of them. And is now making another tower. And Blue is all the way to Castle Age, but Blue's got to completely abandon this area. What a game, man. This is nuts. Does Blue see this? Blue sees it. Where's Blue gonna go? I would die if Blue tries to go here to chop wood and finds that. But no, the logical place is a little bit closer by. And Blue just relocates. This is like the second or third time when a tower rush has come in where Blue says, you know what? We can't deal with that. We'll just let it happen. And relocates. It's actually really smart. A lot of people freak out and they panic, and then they just run into the towers, and then they die, and then they quit for the day. Blue's like, you know what? Last time T90 casted me, I was 300 elo. I've learned some things since. Okay, I cannot wait to see a YOLO castle from Blue on Red's face. Now, if it's another map, if it's not Socotra, maybe you could go for a defensive castle. But there's lots of arrows flying out of these towers. You have to go for a forward one here. And just make this, you know, abandon your base, sure. Just make it as crazy as possible. Red wants to make another tower. Now, guys, if Red just brought the archers out of the towers to attack all this, it would all die. Red's just such a big fan of putting the archers in the towers for the arrows. Which, you know, obviously brings some positives as well. And then you don't need to, like, focus on it at lower ranks, too. Blue, whatever you do, please don't place a castle underneath the tower. You've made it to Castle Age. Make it more aggressive, Blue! Make it more aggressive! More! More! In his face! In his face! He's not going to cancel it. That's going to be the castle for Blue. Okay. Well, it makes this game closer, right? Because if Red lost his entire base to a castle drop, this game would... I want to say this game would be over. So there's the castle. Keep in mind, no food eco for Blue. Soon Blue won't have a town center. I don't know if Blue's castle will range anything but Red's barracks. But Red is not on the way to Castle Age yet. And Red's going to have a real tough time here with a castle so close by. So Blue goes, you tower me, I castle you. Couple archers from Red looking for some villagers, but all the villagers are going to be right around the castle. And oh no, the Hussite wagon's on the way. I've been very outspoken about this unit when certain people were saying this unit sucked. I was saying they didn't know what they were talking about. Then the devs buffed the unit, and there's been videos about this since. There's a whole legend, the legend of Phosphorus. These things are insane. And the devs will eventually have to do something about this unit. But let's just say, high attack, high pierce armor, very clunky, very hard to kill. I do not care about your town center fire here. Red is mining Blue's gold here. Huh? I mean, look at it from Red's perspective. It's kind of funny. Red doesn't see vills here, doesn't see vills here, doesn't see anything in Blue's town. Red probably thinks Blue has no vills. And Blue's just chopping that nugget of wood there. Hussite wagons are really strong, and Red is making a run for it. Let's go. Let's go. Get out of here. Abandon the area. We will farm in the open spaces in the south. Honestly, it's epic. Blue's never going to look down here, man. If Red could just actually place more farms there. Couple skirmishers from Blue come this way. I'd like to see a wagon come this way. Red's archers have run away. Funnily enough, the archers would actually kill the skirms because the skirms don't have upgrades. Sneaky, sneaky from both players this game. I think Red just tried to click them away. These will most likely die. More farms from Red. And guys, Red's going to try and click up to Castle Age, but I'm concerned about that town center. Red is 50 resources and a building away from being able to click up, but that TC will go down. These things are obnoxious. And one of the best things you can do against them would be Siege, which requires Castle Age. Blue is going to lose this town center and is just going to build a new one right next to the castle. Why not? And Blue doesn't seem to be bothered about the fact that Red is here. And even though the TC has gone down, Red is going to make another tower here. Honestly, it just looks nice. So I respect it, Red. I thought Red was going to build the new TC here. Red needs a town center now. Where will Red build that TC? Oh! Red is going to steal the TC spot! Oh my god. And actually, the funny thing is if you do this, your farmers will steal their farms as well. A lot of players don't know that. Red has turned an offensive position with towers to surround the enemy base into a defensive position. This is sick. And it's protected now. And Red can go up to Castle Age and feel pretty good about it. Because if you TC anywhere else, it's going to be exposed. This is actually sick. No, Red, don't make a stable. Finish the TC. Finish the... No, don't... All right, well, just give Red a second. What can Blue see right now? Okay, funnily enough, Blue can't see the TC foundation going up there, which is hilarious. Blue can see the villagers building the stable, though. Blue's taking out Red's houses. Blue never knew about this lumber camp, but may never know about it. And now Blue can see the TCs going up. Here's hoping Red can actually make it to the Castle Age. Now, Blue doesn't know anything about this. The res collected in this game, guys, is so close. Red actually has the lead. This game is incredible. I hope you feel privileged Because I know I do right now. My goodness. Red needs more houses because of the wagons taking out the houses. So that's good for Red to realize. It's just, we need Red. You need to go up to castle, please. Click up to castle. Please. Recognize that. My phone's ringing again. Oh my goodness. I gotta send him a message. Sorry. I'm busy. Will call in a bit later. All right. TC's clicked up to Castle Age. All right. Red's gonna make some scouts. Blue continues to destroy houses at the same rate that Red can build them. Red will make it to castle. And Blue is going to sit underneath this tower. And will likely take this tower out. Scouts on the move here from Red. And will die to the Hussite wagon. And reminder, Blue has no farms. Okay? Blue is just full-on Hussite wagoning right now. And it's gonna work, I think. Like, it's so tough to deal with this unit. Funny thing is, Blue's gonna run out of gold as well soon. I wonder if Red... What does Red have access to, potentially? I mean, Red's got the food. And the wood. And then there's a little bit of gold somewhere. I wonder, maybe we'll see Guard Tower from Red? To upgrade the towers? Maybe Bodkin Arrow? That's gonna toss the archers inside the TC now. Oh no, the Hussite wagons are on the way. And here we go. Yeah, the wagons are just going to be too tough to stop. You can't stop these things unless you add siege. And even then, they kill siege faster than I think they should. Blue recognized... Like, I like it from Blue. Blue said, fine, you want a chaotic game? Okay. And then once Blue saw how this unit did, said, I never need to make anything else. At this rank, especially this unit's OP. I think the unit's OP in pro games. Red is getting completely wagoned. Red is going to make a couple knights right now to try and defend from this, but that is not going to be enough. And we do have a barracks from Blue. I think Blue may be thinking of spears or something to counter this. There's a monk from Blue to try and get a conversion. That doesn't pan out, but the castle fire and the wagon fire enough. And what a game. Red now has no TC. And it's going to mill the market over here. Sheesh. Well, it's good from Blue that Blue actually prioritized using the units from the castle, because I was concerned that Blue not castle dropping Red would be a problem here. Can we please salute Kaido, though? Because, again, the last time we saw Kaido, it was just... The main storyline was Kaido was kind of out of his element. And he kept losing his scouts in embarrassing circumstances. And honestly, Blue did lose scouts here too. But, like, Blue got towered like crazy, lost the TC to towers, and still just said, yeah, you know what? I'll move away from here. A lot of people get stressed in those situations and don't do that. Red is probably staring at the screen like, what is that? Because this feels like a cheat code. And... Well, Red's got the safe farmers over here, just not really sure if this unit can be stopped. Yeah, Blue only has 20 vills. Blue hasn't created vills much at all. It's been a 49-minute game, 35 seconds of TC, or 35 minutes of TC idle time for Blue. And some of that time, Blue didn't even have a TC. Blue didn't have a TC for idle TC time to creep up. Red's not finished, people. Red is not finished. These lumberjacks continue to chop wood. These farmers continue to farm. And Red is going to build a barracks over here. Needs to delete that stable. Doesn't remember that. And these wagons are going to slowly... Oh, God, Red. Are you really just going to, like, sneak into every corner of the map here? Lumber camp, right? Okay, this has now become a hide-and-go-seek game. Blue is going to eventually find some of these villagers, but the lumberjacks might be safe for a while. Oh, yeah. Wall it up, Red. Wall it up. There you go. Well, hey, let me take a moment now that this game is set a little bit and Blue's just having fun with wagons. Let me say thank you to some people here. Boom, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you, Demented Shrew. Oh, all right. Well, hey, Red resigns. Okay, never mind. We'll hold that thought. I expected Red to continue to play on here. And Red correctly realized that this game is actually over. And so to reiterate what I said before, what a great job from Blue to let these towers come up. Like, this was a stressful situation. When there's 2 towers here, the scouts came over, the scouts started to die. There was a lot of things that were awkward about it. And Blue just kept saying, you know what? Go ahead, build your towers. Because I'm going to save my stone. I'm going to leave this place, and I'm going to build a castle. And the castle was key. Also, it was incredibly hectic in the early game where both players lost lots of villagers. Red brought, like, this chaotic Socotra energy. The very start, Red went forward to steal berries, tried to steal an elephant, and Blue was able to persevere there. So, again, last time I saw Kaido was 300 elo. Kaido's now 600 elo and played very well. Kaido was playing the Bohemians as well, so clearly he's learned a lot about them over the last week. So that was good stuff. More resources collected from Red, but there was no real solid army. The army that Red made was to make the towers stronger. 18 archers created in this game. Never really saw archers against villagers. I think the key moment in this game was when Blue's on the way to Castle Age. Blue has 5 skirms. Red has 12 archers. If Red was here, if Red left the towers with all the archers and went back here, the game's over. Blue would not have enough to defend from that. But again, Red's thinking was archers and towers as my strat. That obviously requires some recognition that's the situation. And Red probably thought, I'm like basically taking this guy's whole town down with these turrets here, these towers. How can this not be good for me? And so it was good. Just allowed Blue to get into some other things. As always, if people enjoy the video later on YouTube, you can tell me so. Nice KD there from Red with the 0.69. Nice RD, raising destroyed ratio, 6.8. I actually never look at this, but there's a massive difference because of the Blue destroying all the houses there, so that makes sense. Again, Red, good eco, didn't really have the military units. Blue able to survive, and who is the fastest in this game? Blue was. And no, Red was. In the Dark Age, with the 4 forward villagers, you wouldn't expect anything different in low elo legends. They peaked in the early game, folks, and then the arthritis kicked in. Oh man.